Well, there are three things that are certain in life: death, taxes, and that Bakersfield summers are going to be hot. Now, that can have a major impact on your car. Joining me is Dakotah Massie with McWilliams Walden to offer some summer tips. Hey, Dakotah, thanks for being here.
Hello.
I always love when you show up because I don't know anything about my car, and so I depend on guys like you. I mean, I wouldn't do my own kidney surgery, so I love going to a mechanic who knows what they're doing. So let's talk about about summers in Bakersfield being so brutal. What are some of the biggest ways that that's extreme heat can affect our car?
So almost every aspect of the car is put under some sort of stress when we have this extreme heat. I mean, anything even from just the heat to rubber components like your tires, your belts, that heat and that dry air sucks the moisture out of rubbers and whatnot, and that's when you start to get, on older tires that you're not driving a lot on, you'll get that weather cracking on the side of them. Before you ever run out of tread on the tire, you're gonna get cracks in the sidewall. Same with belts, you're gonna start to see cracking on those belts. And that heat is just one of those aspects where we live where it's one of those things to watch for. Also, you have rubber belts, rubber hoses that go to cooling systems, your AC, multiple different aspects of the vehicle. But basically everything on your vehicle in this heat that we're seeing with the triple digits is going to be put under some sort of abnormal stress. We don't live, unfortunately, by the coast where it's a hot day is 75, 80. I wish, but our vehicles are put under additional stress in this heat, and that's something we need to definitely consider and keep in mind as we come up on these summer travels and whatnot.
I love that you're the expert in this, because I don't think past, my steering wheel's hot. And I never thought about my tires and my hoses and all that sort of stuff that the heat can affect. So you guys must see a lot of these problems. What's the one problem you see the most?
The most, definitely in this season of summer, it's going to be the AC and the cooling systems, overheating on vehicles and AC going out, because this is the time where the second you get in your car, that AC is blasted on. The second you get in your car, it's you're driving for just a small amount of time, and you've already reached operating temperatures for the cooling system, for your coolant and all of that. Your cooling fans are engaging. There's components of the car that in the winter on a short drive may not even need to turn on. So you're definitely going to be putting that additional stress on these items. And we always stress to our customers why just bringing it in for your routine maintenance is so important, because a lot of the preventative things that are going to leave you on the side of the road are things that we're going to be able to notice when you bring it in for an oil change. When we do an oil change on a vehicle, we're looking at the tires to see if there's any cracking on them or weather cracking. We're looking at your belts to see if that rubber is starting to crack or deteriorate. Your hoses. If we see anything starting to do that, then we can know to recommend, hey, it's just barely starting. You can get by another oil change or two. We'll check it again. Or you've got deep cracks in it and you definitely need to get it done now, or drive it just around town till you can save up and do it. So it's definitely good to know that ahead of time.
But Dakotah, come on. If my heat gauge is going up, I'm thinking, well, I can roll my windows down. That's going to be fine. Can I just wait, or is that a dangerous thing to do?
So it is a dangerous thing to do for your car, because you do not want to chance blowing a head gasket or cooking your engine over something like a radiator hose, a radiator, something that can be such a small repair in comparison to needing an entire engine, or blowing a head gasket because you overheated it. There's so many things that you can damage when the car overheats. And the manufacturers and the production of these engines, they're only built to withstand so much heat. And when they get applied to extra heat, you get cracking, you get warpage, and it's all bad. It's definitely something that you want to do. If you can't do now, you want to just probably park the car if you've got a coolant leak. It's not worth, a repair that could be $200, $300, $400, $500 turns into a $4,000 or $5,000 engine job. You don't want to chance that. You definitely don't want to chance that.
That makes no sense whatsoever. And real quickly now, we got a lot of people we know out there getting ready to go on a summer vacation, going to drive the car. What's the one piece of advice you want to give everybody out there ready to go on a road trip summer?
bring it by and let us look at it before you go, especially if you're driving far. You know, for our customers that do come in for their routine oil changes, you're good to go. We've already checked it. But if you haven't, swing by for your next oil change. Let us put eyes on it. You know, we don't get you in and out in 10, 15 minutes. Our oil changes take anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. And we do a thorough inspection of your entire vehicle to let you know anything and everything that might be going on with it.
Yeah, but that hour and a half is so much better than that hours or days we could be without our car.
Or on the side of the road for, you're in the middle of nowhere. You know, I broke down out in the middle of the, you know, driving towards Mammoth out in the middle of the desert. I waited 4.5 hours for a tow truck to come pick me up. You don't want that. I was sitting there playing games on my phone till I was blue in the face. I'm like, come on, where is this guy?
When you simply can take care of it ahead of time.
That's the way to do it.
With experts like you.
That's the way to do it.
Thanks. You always bring us some great tips, and I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We've got more Studio 17 to come.